Welcome back, Crimson Universe Pro Wrestling World Cup. We're here in North America for Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. North America, much like Japan, still unable to break the drawer's curse. Can Bryan Danielson or Jon Moxley get that very important dub to put them ahead of their bracket? Great European uppercut there. The European bracket, very competitive at the moment. I did misspeak in the Nigel McGuinness-Will Ospreay match. Nigel McGuinness went up to 3 points, not 4. I thought he already had a draw on the board because that is pretty natural in this tournament. Whereas Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson both 1 point apiece because they have both gone to a draw thus far. Into that red turnbuckle. The knee across the face of Jon Moxley there. Kitchen sink. I would think Jon Moxley would have the advantage as being very aggressive. Whereas Bryan Danielson needs to kind of break your body down. However, I feel like so far, Jon Moxley has not been wrestling to that strength. Back and forth, I think being aggressive and just putting as much punishment as fast as possible on your opponent gets you far in a tournament like this with a very limited time limit. Sending him to the outside, Jon Moxley is going to go out there, get some hardware, but doesn't get to swing on Bryan Danielson with that kendo stick. Seen him with those come-ons. Jon Moxley's voice is in this game. Oh my god, he's biting him. And Bryan Danielson has been busted open. But I think for someone like Bryan Danielson, he kind of enjoys that. He enjoys seeing his own blood. That might help him do what needs to be done. But I was talking about that Jon Moxley needs to come in aggressive. And I think that's what he's doing now. Or missing, and probably because of the blood in his eyes, unable to see well enough. And Jon Moxley had none of that. Back suplex. And an STF applied. I mean, the breathing is going to be even harder when you're bleeding out, losing oxygen. And Bryan Danielson, definitely a desperation cover there. Potentially just doing that to try take some time to breathe. Jon Moxley firmly in control, I would say. But as I say that, it's always as I say that, Bryan Danielson only a 1 count for the American Dragon. Cravat with some knee strikes and a single leg Boston Crab. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to put away someone like Jon Moxley, and I don't think that really gives Bryan Danielson the rest that he needs either. To put on a quality single leg Boston Crab, you've got to put some torque into it, and that will take effort. And Tiger suplex, is that enough? Extremely close there for Bryan Danielson. Connecting that time. European uppercuts to Jon Moxley. Bryan Danielson is feeling it. What's he doing here? A knee bar. And you could see the agony that Jon Moxley was in being in that move. But that might... I didn't say it. A gotch pile driver. That is not enough to put away Jon Moxley. 2.9. Back and forth we go. We're running out of time here. Oh my goodness. Huge lariat and Death Rider. But Bryan Danielson on his feet. Yes, kicks. And no. Okay, I thought he was going for the diving headbutt, but missile drop kick. Bryan Danielson is so close, but Death Rider once again. Is that enough? 1, 2, no. Having to pull Bryan Danielson out of the ropes, but he's not in the ropes this time. 1, 2. Jon Moxley, he can't put Bryan Danielson away. Armbar. But the rope break saving Jon Moxley. Another Death Rider. He's not in the ropes. 1, 2. What do you need to do to put the American Dragon away? Yes, kicks. We're running out of time. Bryan Danielson, what are you doing? He's pinning. But it's a rope break.
10 more seconds.
The triangle. But we're out of time. The North American bracket remains in an extreme deadlock. But man, what a draw that was. What a match those two competitors just had. Thank you so much for watching. Next, we'll be heading off to Mexico for our Latin American group.